I'm the Who Guy and welcome back to another video, and today we are taking a look at the Doctor Who Ruins of Skaro collector figure set, exclusive to the character options website for $39.99,
which I personally think is a bit steep,
including postage. So quite an expensive set. However, we are going to check this out, including the two figures and the Dalek. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure to click down below and hit that subscribe button, as well as check out all of up there the action figure reviews I've made on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into the packaging and then the figures. So taking a closer look at the packaging, of course you got the brand new Doctor Who logo. Well, isn't really new anymore. You got the TARDIS down the bottom there, including of course the Malevolence warriors and the Dalek with bombs. It's part of the 4th Doctor range, so they all have these little diamond shaped squares kind of showing off what Doctor era it is from. We also have a square there saying that it is the character online exclusive set, as well as 5+, obviously the character options logo, and it's the Ruin of Skaro collector figure set. On the top you've of course got the title of the set as well as the character online website. Again, on the side you've got the Doctor Who logo looking very crisp, and the other side of course you can stack these all up, which is pretty cool, kind of like the Black series, and show off your sets and era that they are from. On the back, of course, we've got a lovely bio all about the episode Destiny of the Daleks in 1979. So if you want to read that, you can pause the video now.
Oh, you read it?
You read it aloud. And
I also love the inclusion of Paul Gibbs' photo there, a figure photographer, so that is awesome, as well as some more diamonds showing off all about the set, as well as your legal guff down the bottom. I just really do love this design packaging. The fresh white and blue just really stands out. At the bottom as well, you get the content and all that lovely legal stuff. So let's open her up. So just before we get into the figures themselves, we get this awesome kind of backdrop, which I've got to say is one of my favourite backdrops they have ever done in these collector sets. And as you can see, you got Davros, the creator of the Daleks, there in the background, as well as some schematics of Daleks, as some weapons on the wall. Just a really cool kind of diorama. Even the floor has some printing, as well as some muddied boots. So I've got to say, this is awesome, and having your figures in this kind of backdrop must look awesome. We'll put the figures in there in a bit and see what it looks like. So here is everything out of the box, and oh my, does it look good. I am really impressed with the sculpted detail in especially the brand new figures. However, that Dalek as well, looking stunning and unique compared to other Daleks. So let's first get into the Malevolence, and then we will get into the Dalek. So here are both of the Malevolence, and don't they look awesome? I've got to say, first off, those head sculpts are amazing, and without the paint all slapped over them, they actually shine through. These use that new technique that character are using, where they don't actually paint the skin colour, they mould the skin colour and then add the painted details on top, and I think I actually prefer it now. The Colin Bacon one did look good, not fantastic. However, they really do look better on this figure, and I'm excited for future figures to have this technique used. I've got to say, the hair as well on both figures, both look incredible with the sculpted detail. Onto the back, both details of the figures, kind of creases, are all present, as well as all the moulding lines of the costume. You've also got the painted green thingies on the shoulder. Not sure what they are, but they do look cool. And as you can see, both have the belt there with the painted accessory, as well as the legs. The legs have been given this kind of shiny finish to them, almost iridescent, looking awesome on both figures. And coming down to the boots, again, you've just got more sculpted detailing. And something that I really do like about these boots is that they are muddied, just like the packaging. And I think that is awesome inclusion from character. The hands, they look a bit weird, but we'll get into that in a second. For those figures do come with accessories, and as you can see, here they are. So all you have to do is place it into their hand. So they just place in to the hand like so, looking awesome, just to add that extra accessory and accuracy. Also clip them to the belt, which I find absolutely amazing, and a really cool detail that character was able to include. And it really, I actually think I prefer it like this. It really does make the figure stand out, and yeah, just going to look awesome on that shelf. So both of the Malevolence have the same articulation, not much in the head as the hair does hinder it. They do kind of come out there, but only to about that much because of the hair again, and they can do the full 360. Again, the hair does hinder that, however, it is possible. They also have a spin at the top of the arm, a bend at the elbow, again not that great due to the rubber plastic used, as well as the wrists do spin. Body doesn't actually turn at all, unfortunately. It's one sculpted piece. However, the legs can kick out, but unfortunately they can't because of this kind of skirt piece, as well as at the top of the leg they have a spin, a bend at the knee, and the boots unfortunately do not turn at all. Lack of articulation with this figure, mostly due to the hair and the skirt piece kind of hindering it. However, again, it's a basic kind of sculpt, you know, if they're going to make new sculpts, I would have expected maybe a spin at the waist, unfortunately not, but overall, it's just going to sit on the shelf, isn't it, and look pretty, so articulation for me, it doesn't really matter. I'll get into the Daleks. I would have just loved this pack to be 3 of them, unfortunately, it's not. I've wanted this Dalek for so many years now when I first saw it, and now we finally get a re-release, an updated re-release, and doesn't it look awesome? Those bombs really do stand out. So looking at the top of the Dalek, of course it does its usual spin. However, it is really tight on this model. Not sure why. Of course his eye stalk can go up and down, and we've got that really nice kind of matte greenish grey kind of paint on it, as well as the black slats there added around the yellow and orange bombs. You got the black plunger as well as a black gun, and of course the black roundels and the skirt being black, also with this kind of silver scuff design, which I do appreciate. The rollers on the bottom, which means it will easily roll on a flat surface. You also got your legal stuff on the bottom there. Also got the articulation also on the plunger and the gun, which makes it really cool to stand out on your shelf, so you can really get some decent poses with this Dalek, as the rest of them in the range. It's not fully accurate, as I do believe the bottom bumps at the back of the Dalek shouldn't actually be there. However, again, I doubt they're going to make a new sculpt just for this Dalek. It would have been nice, however. It is character we are talking about, and they do like to cut corners. You got the dome lights, of course, at the top, just in this kind of clear plastic. Just overall, a really solid figure to join my Dalek collection. I'll show that off, actually, in a second. So comparing it to a few Daleks that are very similar, as you can see, pretty much the only difference with this figure is the included bombs. There's some slight differences between these Daleks, however, this one really does pop compared to those 3 and will look awesome on my shelf. And here is the collection of 3 figures with the packaging insert as well. Doesn't that look awesome? It's tempting to display it like this, actually. Usually display my sets like this, but this is very tempting. Say overall, guys, I love this set. Go to Character Options website if you like what you see. £40, a bit steep, some people would say, but I love the brand new sculpts with the Malevolence, and of course the Dalek being a sought after Dalek I've wanted in the collection. I saw the price and I was like, what the heck, I want that Dalek, I've got to pay it. And here is what the classic Dalek collection looks like with that brand new Dalek bomb figure. Awesome. So overall, what do I think about this set? I think this set is absolutely awesome. I absolutely adore the Dalek. I've been wanting this grenade bomb Dalek for a while. The 2 added figures, of course, are absolutely amazing. The Malevolent Warriors, as you can see there. I love the artwork on the back as well as inside the box. And yeah, just overall lovely accessories, really nice designs, and just stunning paint apps throughout the 3 figures. And I've got to say, this is one of my favourite Character Online exclusive sets to date. Again, guys, if you've liked this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been the Who Guy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
All hail the new Daleks! All hail the new Daleks!